And the fight to change Ohio's law on caps on civil lawsuit damage payouts. NBC4 at 5 starts right now. Years ago, Ohio lawmakers put a cap on the amount of money a victim for pain and suffering, but now that law is being challenged. Good evening, everyone. I'm Cabot Ray.
And I'm Ellie Merritt. That challenge comes from a young woman who was sexually assaulted by a pastor. A jury awarded her millions of dollars for her suffering, but the law limited what she was given. And as NBC4 says, this case is now going to the Ohio Supreme Court.
The issue before the court is the constitutionality of the state law that limits pain and suffering damage awards, at least as it applies to the victims of childhood sexual assault. And the case in point involves a church pastor and his then 15-year-old victim.
They're protecting people who shouldn't be protected, and they're not protecting the people who should be.
Jessica Simpkins says she suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder as a result of being raped twice by her pastor at Sunbury Grace Brethren Church, Brian Williams. Williams is serving an 8-year prison sentence for the sexual. Williams previously served at Delaware Grace Brethren Church, where there had been 2 prior incidents. In 2013, a jury in Delaware County awarded Simpkins $3.5 million for her pain and suffering, but a state law that sets caps on damage awards reduced the amount to $250,000.
The child gets, very little out of the case under this current law. The larger question is, why are we capping damages against those, who commit such violent and heinous acts?
The Ohio Chamber of Commerce has been a strong supporter of tort reform. President Andy Durrell says lawmakers have to make decisions based on how to do the most good for the most Ohioans.
When you're looking at a terrible situation like this, it's an outlier type of case. And the law for everything is, and that's what you have to look at.
The change in Ohio law in 2005 that set the limits was intended to give businesses in Ohio some certainty under which they could operate. But critics of tort reform, including now Jessica Simpkins and her attorney John Fitch, believe that damage awards are something that, at least in her case, a jury should decide. Ted Hart, NBC4.
Now, we did some checking. Ohio is among 30 states that have limits on medical or non-economic damages. Tennessee has the highest cap at $750,000 in medical liability actions and $1 million if an injury or loss is catastrophic. North Carolina's cap is at $500,000 and Florida allows up to $450,000.